Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with FoneArena.com and this is the Nokia Lumia 630 dual SIM Windows phone. One of the first Windows phones with dual SIM, and it is a successor to the Lumia 620. We already showed you this phone in our hands-on and the unboxing, but this video is all about its camera. It retails for 11,500 rupees and has a 5 megapixel camera, but loses the front-facing camera and loses the flash too over at the back. And also there is no sign of the secondary stereo microphone here. So what is this camera all about? How is the performance like? And for 11,500 rupees, is the camera good enough? That's what we are going to show you in the camera review of the Nokia Lumia 630. So before going into the specifics, let's just say this is a budget phone and Nokia have put a 5MP camera just like they did on the 520 or the 620 and also even to some extent the other phones. So just take that out of the way, no expectations and all that. And with that, let's proceed to the camera app. But before that, one thing I want to say is that the hardware button is missing. As you might know by now, most Windows phones have the hardware shutter button, which Nokia has been using for lots and lots of years on its phones, various phones actually. So the hardware button is gone, the two-stage shutter button, mostly because it's a budget constraint. There is also no front-facing camera, as I said, and no flash or the secondary microphone. So that's kind of a cost-cutting thing that Nokia have done on the Nokia Lumia 630. But you do have a shortcut here for the camera on the notification center, and that will take you straight to Nokia's own Nokia camera application, which is pretty awesome. You may have already seen this, the new Nokia camera app that debuted with the 1020. It has the really nice dial-like interface. You can change the ISO, you can change the shutter speed, you can change the focus, which is pretty cool on a smartphone even in the budget range. You have the shutter speed up to 1 second, not up to 4 seconds or 8 seconds like other devices. And yeah, you can quickly reset it, you can quickly access them, and you can also quickly change everything separately by clicking on the top. So that's basically it. You can change a lot of modes with the shortened version of the manual controls. If you need manual controls, you got it. If you need the modes, you got it. So that's the stills mode. And in the settings, you can see that there are useful additions like bracketing, timer. And even inside the settings, you can see that you have framing grids, you have the aspect ratio for the pictures. For the video, you have the resolution, which is the max of 720p 30 fps, and then you have the base filter too, and then you have the smart sequence. These are all the modes that you have. So basically in the camera you have the picture, the smart sequence and the video modes, and very minimal, and that's about it. So let's talk about the camera performance now. That's what all you have been waiting for. So we took several photos in daylight, in macro and low light. These are the three conditions that we took for this phone because there is no inbuilt HDR, and then of course video too. So let's start with the daylight samples. Now as you can see, there are quite a few things to note here. Some samples are pretty good. It has really nice detail, nice clarity, but some you can see the purple fringing in the overblown parts. Like for example, if there is sky in the background, then you can see some sort of purple fringing happening. That's due to the lens, and that's kind of an issue if you take a lot of pictures with background of the sun. But otherwise, the phone takes pretty nice pictures in most light conditions. We saw daylight, but let's see the macro shots. Macro shots are actually even more impressive, as you just saw. And also we saw that the photos have a lot of details, and that reflected in the image size. For example, every photo was 1.4 MB, 2 MB or something like that. For 5 MP image, it's pretty uncompressed. So yes, I think Nokia have done good in that department. But let's take a look at some low light samples. Now that really tests the limits of a smartphone, doesn't it? So low light, as expected, is pretty much bad on the Nokia Lumia 630, but at 11,500, that's all you can expect. The flash is not there, so you're pretty much stuck with a very bad low light camera which has noise all over the photo. But let's see how the video performance is in the video sample. Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with FoneArena.com, and this is a video sample from the Nokia Lumia 630, which can record at 720p 30 fps. The usual stuff here, nothing special, but the video quality is very similar to what you can see in the stills images. Pretty nice, very decent color rendition, and also the audio is pretty great even if it's a single mic. So there you go, that's the video quality from the Nokia Lumia 630 in 720p 30 fps. So as you saw from the video sample, the audio quality is pretty good, and even the image quality in terms of details are pretty nice. There is a bit of inconsistency in low light, as we already saw with the stills performance, but in daylight, the sample which we took in daylight, pure daylight, the performance is pretty good, and we think you'll be quite surprised about the audio quality too, which is also pretty good. So overall, the verdict about the Nokia Lumia 630 is that it actually, for 11,500, the camera is pretty great in daylight conditions and macro. But if you're looking at taking low light shots as your primary way of taking shots, then you'll be quite disappointed. And also the video is pretty nice. So that's our verdict on the Nokia Lumia 630. You can take a complete look at the full resolution samples, which will be provided in the links below. So there you go, that's the camera review of the Nokia Lumia 630. Do let us know again what you think, and then do hit the like button or the subscribe button if you like this video. We'll see you in the next video then. Thanks for watching.